Hello everyone and welcome to my section 6 video critique. This was all about social media and kind of its effects on education. So the first video we watched was about how social media is transforming the future of education. And so, um, he talked about he's a teacher and it's kind of a state of being, right? Um, and he was a really awesome guy. He was a physics professor or physics teacher, and he really just wanted the extraordinary opportunity to reach others. And he did that through his YouTube channel. And he said, he wanted to do whatever it takes to make people learn. And that's what he did. He went out and did experiments and he talked to other people and asked them questions and really made them think. And really, he just wanted others to see the beauty of science. And he went from just, having no funding, just a regular teacher doing a YouTube channel to having huge following, and people are learning about physics and, responding to him and that sort of thing. So I thought it was really cool how, he took that YouTube channel and, just ran with it and kind of expanded and really just wanted to do whatever it took to help his students and just other people. He just wanted everyone to be able to learn, which I thought was cool. And then he kind of talked about how um, we were transforming education and how people thought that different things were going to revolutionize education, and he went back and he started with Thomas Edison and how he said that motion pictures were going to revolutionize education and they were going to change everything and we weren't going to need teachers and all that sort of thing. And then he talked about how radios were going to do that. That was the next step. And then TV. And all of those were failures, right? When we look at classrooms today, yes, we use those in the classroom, but are there still teachers teaching? Yes. Um, and then, he really talked about computers and how they really thought that was going to be, once those came out, those were going to revolutionize because they're interactive. It's not one way, right? The computers will do something and then students have to do something. And although, yes, this is a big step in education and we use them very frequently, um, it did not revolutionize it, right? We still have teachers. We, still need to be there for our students. And so the big question he asked was, can, can technology revolutionize the classroom? And he went on to say, no, it can't, because education is not about, a transfer from one thing to the next. It's not about transfer from teacher to student, that sort of thing. It's just not how our brain works. We need to interact with others, not just a screen. The human interaction, forms memories. And then once we have those memories, we can learn those new skills. And he really talked about how education is a social process. We need to have that interaction. We need a teacher for students to rely on. We need a teacher to inspire their students. We need to have that teacher that, those students respect and want to learn from. And so going back to, technology cannot revolutionize the classroom, but it can, help to flourish our students, and really we can use it as a tool in the classroom, but it's not going to take over completely. Um, so that was kind of my thoughts on the first video. The second video was all about how social media makes us unsocial. And I think that's really true because, she talked about how you're out to dinner and everyone's on their phones, right? And that just tells the person that you're with that there's someone or something that's way more important than them. And, it takes away that quality time. With other humans, and we need that social interaction. And so when I go to dinner at my parents' house, it's no phones at the dinner table always. And I think that's a good rule that people should have. um, and then I thought a really interesting fact that she said was that we touch our phones at least 150 times a day, whether it's to check the time, whether it's to check a message, whether it's to FaceTime, whether it's to call someone, whether it's to play a game. we touch our phones that much. And when you think about it, that's a lot of times. Um, and so I just thought that was an interesting fact to think about and how we should really not rely that much on one single thing. Um, and then she kind of went on to talk about how technology divides us. You know, she talked about how we shorten over our vocabulary, OMG, LOL, all of those things, and that allows us to not be able to express ourselves. And she talked about how when people call, we always think, why are they calling us? They could have just texted me that. That sort of thing. We don't want to talk to people, and that's crazy. Um, and we're really taking away that human interaction. And she asked this question. She said, "Could you walk away from your phone for an hour?" And it's really hard. No, and I thought about it, and if I forget my phone at home, when I go to school, I text my fiance and ask him to bring it to me. Like we have an attachment to it, and it's so hard for us to not be with our phone. It's like a security blanket. We need to have it with us. Um, and so that causes us to be constantly distracted. Um, and it can also cause a lot of talking about social media. It can cause a lot of jealousy. It can cause a lot of drama. It can cause a lot of poor self-esteem, right? We only want to show people the good stuff. That's what gets us the likes. But that's not reality. And so it's really causing us to portray ourselves as something that we're not. And that's something we really need to think about. And one thing that she really said that I thought was really, really great was that we need to have hands to hold rather than keys to click. And that's just awesome. We need to take time for ourselves and for others. And we need to be the change. We need to show our kids and our students what it was like before, before technology took over. Yes, we can incorporate it into our classrooms, and yes, we can use it to help teach our students because that's the reality of things. But we also need to be there for them. We need to be there in person, be that human interaction, and teach them what it looked like before and what it can look like, um, and that sort of thing. So that's kind of what I took from these videos. I thought they were really great. I don't really have any questions this week. It was pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, that's my critique on these videos. Have a great day, guys.